Yo, people, welcome back to another stream. Welcome back to the YouTube channel, people. And yeah, after a couple of weeks, we are back with the show with Prime. Shout out to Prime for joining. And yeah, people, listen, long day of Premier League football, all day Boxing Day stuff from 12 to 8, well, to now, after the Liverpool game just ended, with them beating Leicester as well. Here to discuss things all Premier League. Obviously, a lot has gone on today. It hasn't been a good club. It hasn't been a good day for a few clubs in the Big Six. A few clubs. I don't actually wait. I think only Liverpool today have played in the Big Six and won because Arsenal play tomorrow. I could be wrong. Let's just go into memory. But listen, people, make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe as well. We're on the road to 1K, and yeah, we're gonna discuss things all Premier League. Prime, mate, how you been? How you been, man? It's been a long day of football.
It's been a interesting day. It's been an interesting day. Bro, head loss from everyone barring Liverpool.
Yeah.
I don't like. Where do you want to start? Do you want to start at Chelsea? Let's get out.
Yeah, we might as well, bro. We might as well. Like, bro, you lost to Fulham was it the first time since the 70s at home? It's a peak one. I didn't expect that. I'll be real. I was actually trying not to pay attention to that game just because I thought you guys would get open in line when I was doing my watch along for the West Ham game. So I haven't even seen the goals. To be honest with you, I haven't had time. But why did you guys lose today? What like obviously it's your first loss since the Liverpool game in the Prem. So what happened? What went wrong?
I'm trying to find a stat. I can't find it. But yeah, in terms of what went wrong, we Chelsea have played 11 London derbies on Boxing Day, but I've only won 2.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Peak.
Chelsea are at home for the first time. At home on Boxing Day for the first time since 2019. That ended in a 2-0 defeat to Southampton. It's beautiful. No. This is why Chelsea fans kept saying we're not on a title race.
Mm-hmm.
This is why we kept saying we're not on a title race. But you're doing a fake gimmick, guys. Why aren't you in a title race, guys? If we were in your position, we'd be saying we're in a title race. You know why? Because we're not Arsenal fans and we're not Liverpool fans. So don't get gas for no reason. I'm annoyed about certain things, but like ultimately, how much more annoyed can I get? Because I knew this game would be difficult. I predicted like 3-2 because I knew we'd have to score goals because I know Fulham have goals in them. They have a very, very good attack.
Yeah.
And this is even without Emil Smith-Rowe, who's been very good this season.
Yeah.
Our winger's poor. Jackson, to be fair, had a good game. He had a good battle with Calvin Bassey. They good goal from Palmer, quality goal from Palmer, but just in general, he just didn't perform well at all. But in saying that, we had chances on goal, and Bernd Leno just turned Super Saiyan, as keepers usually do against us. Defensively poor for the goals. Maresca, I don't know. He says Nani's not in the squad for some technical reasons. I don't know what's going on there. But Maresca poor what subs again. Bring Nani and Cuckoo when it's very late, and then taking off Jackson when you said Nkuku's not a striker. Again, does not make sense at all. Not bringing on João Felix when you could have played him on the wing and have Cucurella overlap him. Doesn't make sense at all. We need another midfielder because with Lavia out injured, we're just going to run Caicedo and Enzo into the ground. I was not an advocate for sending Ugochukwu out on loan in the summer. I would have kept him because you don't have another backup DM. This Cassidy guy that people love to gas up is not good. Ass. yeah, it's just I don't know. It is what it is. I mean, if you look at it in one aspect of things, uh, last week we were a win away from being top of the table at Christmas. Fast forward a week, and now Chelsea fans want to be Maresca out. that's what my fan base is like, bro. I don't know. I'm like frustrated as I am. Just drop Sanchez. The
Yeah,
goal we conceded, the second goal we conceded. I don't know if you watched the highlights or anything, but the second goal we've conceded is just Sanchez being stupid by hoofing the ball out when he could have played it to Tossin and being safe. He hoofs it out. We lose it in the air, and then they counter against us on our right hand side, and Munez, I think, scores. So
fucking hell.
this is his fourth error leading to a goal this season, Sanchez. We've played 14, 15, 16, sorry, we played 16 to 17 Premier League games. That's a 1 in 4. A quarter of your Premier League games, you have made an error leading to a goal.
That's mad. Like for a goal, like we discussed so many times about how shit Robert Sanchez is. Like I don't know how he hasn't been dropped by now.
No one can lie to me and say Kepa was ever this bad.
That's how bad it's got. That's how bad it's got that Robert Sanchez is overtaking Kepa, bro. But this is the thing. Robert Sanchez is probably clearer Kepa with Howlers, isn't it?
He cleared. But you know what? Because Sanchez makes a few camera saves, I have to rate him. No, he's not good. He's honestly not good. And I made my at the start of the season, I said we'll compete with top 4. We'll finish 4th because of our defense. And Sanchez particularly. Now, it looks like he could cost us this supposed title race. Because this is a game today where, fine, we weren't good, whatever. But getting a point, not necessarily the worst result in the world. It's not. You take it and then you move on and then you win next game against Ipswich. But now, this is a loss. This is 3 points. And Arsenal, if they win tomorrow, which they will, I mean, we'll get into that game when we do our preview, but Arsenal win tomorrow and now we're 3rd. This is an Arsenal team, by the way, that people are saying they're not in the title race and they're having a poor season. And I've been telling people, stop writing Arsenal off. They're still in this title race. They go 2nd tomorrow. And Liverpool have played, so I think it's probably still 7 points or something. But regardless, they're still in this title race.
Yeah, fair.
So what now, Chelsea fans? What now? Like, you guys try to get gassed about title race because we beat Spurs and Brentford. Now, that's why I kept saying we're not in a title race. Let's just see how it goes. I need to see us go on this little run with the Christmas period, playing a game every 2-3 days. Beat these teams that we should be beating, then go play Man City, which is a tough test. We're not in the title race. We're not. Sanchez needs to be dropped. It's at a point now where I can, as angry as I am, it's on Maresca now. You keep playing him and he keeps costing us points, that's on you. Colwell, all season, you keep playing players onside. Whether it be from set pieces or just open play in general, you cannot keep, you can't play an offside trap. Or even just an offside trap. You can't just read a game in general. Why? There's a reason why I haven't, and I've been fair to Colwell this season. I haven't been on his case, but there's a reason why I've not rated him for years. Mm-hmm. You're not, bro. The Terry Rio region. You're not that guy. You're not. This arrogance, this arrogance that he has, and people give him. He's not that guy. He's really not. We miss. Tottenham played well, to be fair, I guess, but I don't know. It's just. We'll win against Ipswich next game, and then people will be like all happy again and gas and whatever. But like, I don't know. It's just showing, and maybe this is something we need. Maybe we do need this humbling because it's showing from the players and the fan base, and even Maresca himself, that we're not like, you know, we're not titans yet. We're not on impenetrable or unstoppable. You have to work. We still have to work our way up there. We haven't earned the fear from other teams yet. So I don't know. I've been talking for like what 10 minutes now, 8 minutes now. So if you want to say anything, go ahead.
No, just a case of like you're at this point where I think it's fair. You're taking a stance of it's not all doom and gloom in the sense of why the fuck are you lot online saying manager out, but it's why are you also saying we're in a title race where we're clearly not prepared to be in this title race, and you've been consistent in that. I always said end of February. Yeah, then if you guys are still there, then cool. The reason why I say that is because I try not get caught up in the moment. I try not get caught up in the not a patch. I don't want to call this a patch because I generally think I was saying this today when you guys were winning against Fulham in my watch along. Like, okay, it's coming to a point now. I'm like, okay, when are these not going to start losing? Because they last loss was against Liverpool, and I was generally confused. I'm like, was it genuinely Anfield the last time Chelsea lost a game? And I was like, oh, what the actual fuck? But like, you lost against Fulham, and this is the thing. Fulham are a good team, yes, but if you want to be in the title race, we said this to Arsenal as well. You still got to beat teams like Fulham. Still got to beat teams like Fulham. You still got to be prepared for them teams that are going under the radar. They're going above expectation. They're on good form. You still got to put those teams away. Like if you really want to be in the title race, and listen, there's some Chelsea fans in the chat as well. Like Warrior, I know lost his head earlier. Like I don't trust his title race shit and stuff like that. I still feel like shout after the defeat against Fulham, my head was gone. Shout out to Mellon as well. Allowed them to play their football too much. Everyone looked like they had too much fucking turkey. I don't really get this comment. I said RSV. I said Palmer's the next Bruno Fernandes, and everyone laughed at me. In what sense is he the next Bruno Fernandes? Because if Palmer's going to get 3 red cards this season, then that's the only way I can see it, mate. I'll be real. And going that Colwell thing, unless Colwell's going to shag someone's misses, he's definitely not a Terry Regen. Also, can we get this?
Bro,
Stop.
I wish he would tag someone's misses. Maybe to make him a good defender. But like, just do something, man.
Yeah. Listen, what have I said before? I said this with Taz and Alfie. Refresh your personal life. But we need to know what's happening with him. We need to see like a headline or something that I don't know. Maybe not everything's right at home. Maybe not everything's right at home. Maybe he's either too happy or too sad.
Bro, he played. Bro, do you like if you watch Chelsea and you watch Cole? He does this thing where like he'll have the ball on the halfway line. The opposition will be like 10 yards away from him, and he'll sit on the ball like this. Do you see him do it? Yeah,
So,
bro.
yeah, I know what you mean. Sorry, I'm just laughing at this comment.
Enzo misses his free. Nah, he's got children, man. He's got children, man.
Yeah, but no, I know what you mean. I know what you mean still.
Well,
But what I don't get that. It's like Joe
there's a
plays on
clip.
recovery pace. Why does he play? Why do they
Yeah,
purposely like give them the yard just so they can recover?
no. Like there's a clip of Cole doing it at under 21 level against like Israel and the Israeli under 21 side or something, or Luxembourg under 21s, and people have gassed that up. Like putting your foot on the ball on the halfway line with no pressure doesn't mean anything to me. And Colwell, I'll give him credit. He's got a wonderful ping on his left foot, but like defend, man. Like do something. I don't know. I'm not as angry as I was earlier. That was a head loss with Sanchez, but like now I'm just like because I know what it is with Chelsea. Like I said, we weren't in the title race, but like we won't drop down into this top 4 battle. I think we'll finish second or third. Maybe 4th, depending if City actually go on a 20-game run, which seems unlikely now as games pass. So it seems like we'll finish second or third, whatever. We'll end the season with a Conference League, and that's just it. Which, to be fair, if you'd given me that at the start of the season, I'd take it. So it's not like I'm angry or sad, but it's just like, what could it been with a title race? And maybe it's still on. I don't know. Maybe it's just like because I've been saying all season that we'll start the season well, and then we'll have a blip.
Yeah.
and Chelsea fans just need to stick with it, you know. So maybe this is the blip that we're on. So
Mm.
I don't know. It's just this fan base, man. I'm seeing takes like Sack Maresca and people
That's
defending
Twitter for you, fam.
Sanchez. People defending Sanchez, and I'm just like, I'm seeing takes like Madueke is better than Neymar.
What? What do you mean? What people generally? Wait. There's no way. There's some Rory Jennings type shit. What is going on, man?
Madueke is better than Neymar. Madueke is better than Vinny. Madueke is better than Leao. Madueke is
What?
better than Rodrigo.
What? Madueke is better than Neymar.
Yeah, I'm seeing takes like, well, I didn't watch Ronaldinho, so I can't say that Ronaldinho is better than Madueke. What are we doing?
Oh, fuck's sake, man. I just want to listen. I don't look like Fabianski, bruv. I don't look like Fabianski.
Fab,
Stop this shit,
Fabian,
fam.
you
I
actually,
don't look like. I don't look like Fabian. No,
you know, you do.
there's no way you see this as well, bruv. Because people are generally saying in my chat that I look like Fabianski. I don't look like Fabian. It's just the hair. It's just the hair. That is it. I don't look like him. You need to stop this.
What? We're talking Lucas Fabianski, right?
Yes. Fam, I don't look like this guy. Nah,
Oh,
man. Nah, they're not being serious. Fuck off. Sake. Nah, this is not an actual thing. It's not an actual thing. This isn't gonna stick. This isn't sticking. I'm sorry, but this is just a TikTok thing where every time I do a preview of like a video on TikTok, everyone says I fucking look like someone else. What have you done? I don't look like him. Like we're not doing.
you do look like Fabianski.
How do I look like Fabianski? It's just the hair. We've got the same hair. That's it.
Max Fabianski.
Nah, Trev. Nah, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Man said, God, no.
Fabianski. But yeah, anyways, Chelsea, like, I don't know. Like, I'm disappointed with the loss, but like, I'm not angry like I've been the past few seasons because we've been
Yeah,
actually been doing well.
yeah,
Um, but like, I also know where we can actually get to, and
yeah,
I know what's holding us back. Get me a new goalkeeper. Gusto also was awful today. I don't know what's
mm,
wrong with him because he's actually a very talented player, and I know how the quality he has. But we can't even use the excuse of him playing as like a 10 because he's been playing as part of the back three recently,
yeah.
and even though his past few games he has done well, today he just stunk again. So I don't know what's going on with him.
Do you think he suits the system?
No, I
Yeah,
said
I was
back
gonna
in the
say.
summer that Gusto should play as a winger in the system
Mm,
because he can actually beat his man and put in crosses.
yeah,
What was your comment about me?
I think it was this one. Musty's a troll.
How are we losing for fuck's sake? Fuck me right now. Let's scrap it up. It's not my fault we lost.
Musty's one of the biggest troll. Yeah, I don't know, but Musty's commented a lot. The Colwell was rubbish. Sell him, please. We need defenders. And this is the thing. I remember discussing with Jimmy in the summer. I think it was after a pre-season game, talking about like he was always talked about how Colwell isn't physically imposing enough. Has he shown that again? Like in the last few games, like do you reckon he's got a future at this club, or do you reckon he's just going to get
Oh,
flipped?
they do have a future because they want him to be one of the guys and give him the armband and stuff. There's been talk about him getting the armband since the summer, which makes even more sense now with the whole Reshane stuff about whether or not we'll even keep him long term.
Mm,
But Colwell, he's not physical imposing. I don't fear him I don't fear him as a player, man. He doesn't have, but he's light skinned in it, so he has aura. But Doesn't play. I don't know. Colwell, I think if he had like a Van Dijk or a Thiago Silva or a John Terry
Mm,
next to him, he'd be better. If he had an alpha to drag him up, I think he'd be
yeah,
better. But we don't. You can't find that nowadays in world football. I'm not
no,
gonna find another um like a Silva or a Terry or whatever. You can't buy them really because
no.
either cost too much or they're already at a big club.
Hmm.
Um, so and we're not going to sell them either. So
How come?
what?
How come you're not going to sell him?
If they want to build the defense, they want to build the defense around them.
Oh shit! Alright, they better get the centre back partner right then. They better get that centre partner right.
Fofana is his partner. Fofana is his partner. Fofana is better than him, but Fofana's just
It's
coming
true.
back from the surgery, and now he's
Mm.
injured. Fofana, I expect he'll be back by the City game. I think that's Maresca's plan to start him fully in the City game. So I think he'll be back by then anyway. But I don't know. It's just I don't know. I'm just kind of like dejected and stuff. I'm not even sad or angry or anything. I'm just fed up with the fan base.
Yeah, fair. Because it's just so reactionary, isn't it? It's just one loss, man. Just take it on the chin and move on. Pause. Like legit. Here's my thing with
Wow.
the whole.
Yeah.
No, like I had to move on swiftly. Like, because this is the thing, yeah. Like, I never thought you know in the title race anyway. I understand why people get caught up in the hype here because I understand the expectations change. I remember when Arsenal's first season, like
Mm.
there was some Arsenal fans that were like, "Oh, yeah, how can you expect us to be in the title race? Our goal was top four." Well, expectations do change throughout the season, and some Arsenal fans got caught up in the hype because they're Arsenal fans. They're like, "Why can't we go and win the league? Why aren't we the best team to ever grace planet Earth?" That's what Arsenal fans are like. But I understand why people think, "Oh, cool, you're in a title race," because based on points and stuff like that as well. It's just I always see teams in a title race in December. Like I've seen Tottenham teams and around the top of the table in December. We never really like had a mad discourse about them being in a title race though. However, I think this Chelsea team is better than most of the Tottenham teams that I've seen in
Yeah,
those title
but that
races.
but that's social media for you.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
uh,
So
yeah. Also, a couple comments in. Look what Fulham posted on TikTok about tossing. I haven't looked
I
at that
don't
in a
know.
bit. Madueke is taking the piss. Madueke got took by Drewski. It was the other way around. It's the other way around. And that was all the publicity stuff a few years ago. Whole
That was
Drewski,
never Drewski's girl, man. He paid
yeah,
for publicity. It was
it
never
was
his
just his
girl.
turn.
It wasn't even his turn. He just paid for publicity. He never even got the smash. Bro,
And
it's crazy.
he tried to say, oh, it split up because of the lifestyle, bro. Come on, man. We're not stupid.
Bro,
We're not stupid.
one, it's crazy paying anyway. But two, you're gonna pay and not even get the smash. That's even crazier.
Mm. Man, we haven't lost in a long time. I don't know how to act. You don't really have to act. You don't even really have to act. You just okay. Like, of course,
Mm.
I can criticize the thing, but it's not going to affect anything long term, sort of thing, unless you see things that you may be concerned about long term. But it's just one of them ones where you just lost. That was it. Like, you're a good team still.
Yeah, but that's the thing. The major head loss from this fan base is you guys. People kept doing the chill guy gimmick, but you did believe deep down as to why you're such head loss. For me, I'm just angry about Sanchez. Like I'm not like pissed off or anything right now. I'm kind of
Mm.
is what it is. The next game we play Ipswich next, and then we play Palace, and then Morecambe and whatever. Like we'll be. I don't know. This season is what it is because I knew with Sanchez and stuff like that, and with certain injuries, like we're not winning this league. I knew Liverpool were going to win it anyways. I
Mm.
just try and make it a bit more respectable. I don't want them to win it by like 10, 15 points.
Mm.
That's embarrassing.
I do, just because I don't want any other Big 16 winning it that isn't City. I can't really trust this team to keep a
Wait,
1-0
what?
lead. What?
You said you don't want the Big 16 to win it.
Other than Man City. Because I don't like any
Oh,
other Big 16. So
okay,
I'm like,
okay,
fuck it,
okay.
man. Go and win it, man. I've got no opinion on Liverpool. I don't care. I've never cared about Liverpool growing up. I can't really trust this team to keep a
So
1-0 lead. Do you share the same concern?
yeah, I with Sanchez in goal, you're always 1-0 down.
Mm. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
And you're only relying on the attack to outscore. But our attack is not firing. It seems like this has 2 games. So I don't know. Like Ipswich next, you've got to beat them. You have to beat them.
Yeah, you will beat them. They can't defend to save their life.
I know, but I don't know. It's just annoying.
It's just Robert Sanchez. It's just Robert Sanchez, fam. I hear it. It's not only one loss. We conceded 2 goals in 10 minutes. I hear you, bro. But it's these things happen. Like you guys are still a very good team. What happened to the whole? What happened to you, Musty, bro? You had all the spirit. Replying to my tweets, and when it's not about Chelsea, fucking Chelsea and all this, man. We're gonna win the league. And we're gonna be top, right, the next day and stuff like that. The bro, it's one loss. Chill out, man. We haven't lost to Fulham at home since 1979. It is what it is, man. It has to. Records have to end eventually.
Errors
They
come
have
to
to
an
end
end,
eventually.
man.
Eras come to an end, as a bald man once said, man. Shout out to Ant as well. Hope you're all good, Mike's loving the content. Shout out to you, bro. Yeah, I'm all good, man. Obviously, we're going to be on Ant's channel on Saturday as well for the Liverpool game, of course. A game that I'm not looking forward to, but then again, it's West Ham, so I'm not looking forward to any game. I said congrats on the league. Plenty of football still to go. But listen, like Chelsea were never in the race. They're capable of being in the race next season, like properly, in my opinion. A few players away, like a few proper players away, in my opinion. But it's just a learning curve. It's just a learning curve. It's one loss. I'm not expecting to see a Chelsea meltdown on YouTube unless your name's Rory Jennings, because it's Rory Jennings, because he plays the game. He's not really like showing any actual genuine emotion. But on Twitter, you're going to see that because it's Twitter. Like, this is a social media game. Some people just play the social media game. You know, you've got to get that algorithm up. I hear it. I hear it. I don't respect it, but I hear it. But I don't expect to see like a bunch of discourse about Maresca and stuff like that. Maybe there's things he's got to learn from, and obviously no one's immune from criticism. And listen, I didn't see the game, but I just imagine it's one loss. You got some. I feel like you got some decent fixtures coming up, no? Or was this the end of it? Was this the end of that run for the Christmas fixtures?
No, we're still in it. I know we play Ipswich next.
Mm.
We play Ipswich. Run up the likes as well, people. And if you're new, subscribe.
Of course.
We play Ipswich at their ground, whatever the hell their ground is called. Portman Road. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Relegate.
I've been there.
What a name.
I've been there. Yeah. You know, there's nothing in that area. Like, I went there for a pre-season game in 2022 and 2018 because we used to face them on pre-season quite a bit. You know, all there is in Ipswich here is that stadium and a Burger King and a roundabout. That is it. That's all there is in that area. It's a stadium, just a random Burger King is just planted in the middle of nowhere. I don't even like Burger King. I don't know why I'd go to Ipswich for anything, bro. There's nothing to do in that area. Just stay in your house. It's like constant lockdown.
Bro, relegate them, man. Anyways, Ipswich at their ground. We played Palace at Sellers Park. We have to win that game, particularly how the first game went earlier in the season. We play Morecambe in the FA Cup. No one cares. Bournemouth at the Bridge. Wolves at the Bridge before the big game against City at Etihad.
Yeah, you should still win those games, in my opinion. There might be a bump across the road, but like, because I know like Bournemouth are a good team. Listen, Wolves are 1-2 games in a row, but they'll go back to losing soon because they've got deficiencies in their squad. But you should still feel like you could go on a run there up until the City game, and even in the City game, I feel like you get something. Because even in January, they ain't gonna be a quick solving thing. Even if they get a couple of signings in January, West Ham do something for me.
Then we play West Ham on the 3rd. Oh,
It's the 3rd of February.
Yeah, so a whole week later.
Fuck that game. West Ham do something for me. We ain't doing shit, bro. I don't know.
But nah. You said about City. Teams have a habit against Chelsea of, how how do I word that? You know that everyone knows that, certain person, she lets everyone hit. She lets the town bomb hit, the town bad man. She lets the
Yeah.
millionaires hit, the influencers, the YouTubers and streamers. She lets everyone hit. But with you, I actually like you. I want to take you seriously. You're the first guy to actually treat me nice. You're something special. See a future with you. So now you've got to wait. You got to wait. You got to wait. It's not going to be easy. Got to take her to dinners and to the shard, and you got to wait. When it was only a few weeks ago, what $5.99 wings and chips would have done. But now, got to take her to the shop. Nah, that's what City are gonna do. That's what United did. They sacked Ten Hag and got standards. Last time with Ollie, they sacked him and got standards. I'm sick of it. Nah, it's not past experience, man. I'm not cock. I'm not cock. Don't do that. Delete that comment. Delete that comment.
Delete that comment. In my opinion, Chelsea.
No, but actually, you mean past experience? Yes, past experience with Chelsea, because that's what teams do when they play us. Teams are in bad form. They play Chelsea, and all of a sudden they're the best team in the world. I'm sick of that, bro. I'm sick of it.
In my opinion, Chelsea needs strength on their keeper. Defo and a proper striker could argue a more quality centre half to no issue in the midfield. You agree?
Yes. Give me a goalkeeper. Centre back, I agree, but even with centre back, Chelsea fans are me talking about centre backs, but they give me, but every profile I hear is different. Do you want a centre back in the middle of the back three? Do you want someone to play on the left or the right? Everyone keeps talking about different profiles. Striker, yes, I want a striker. Maybe not even necessarily to overtake Jackson, but I need someone to give me a different profile. I need someone that gives me a physical presence, an aerial threat, something Jackson doesn't have. And in midfielder, we have enough of them out on loan. Santos needs to come back in the summer, but in January we're going to bring back Leslie Oguchopi, which is a massive help for us. Because with Lavia and his injury problems, I don't want Caicedo and Enzo just playing every game because they will break down. So
that makes sense. Yeah, Lavia injured again.
Yeah. And also, whatever is happening with Dewsbury Hall, he should just get more minutes, just based on the fact of we can't keep playing Cassidy and Enzo all the time. So he has to get more minutes. In this
yeah.
Bring back Thiago Silva. Listen, I said that last season that as whatever you guys think of Thiago Silva and his old age, we shouldn't get rid of him because he brings experience in the squad. But whatever. I'm sick about talking about Chelsea. Talk about West Ham, bro. It's your turn.
Oh, I'll get into let me get into the comments first. Mike's be nice to have you on Saturday, mate. Looking forward, but stop paying for StreamYard. Don't rip off that £45 a month, lad. I'm switching platforms. Might have to look into that honestly, because like I think the last time I looked, it was like 30 something, or like it was in the late 30s. So if it's gonna keep rising, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, mate. Sanchez a liability. Jackson is okay, like he's a handful, but you want somebody who's proper clinical. Listen, I think I agree on that situation where it's like, I think if you want to be a title winning side, or this goes for anyone, the next targets you got to sign has still got to be better than the players that you have now in any position that you're trying to go for, because you're trying to put out an elite competition. I don't think anyone, unless you're even the Man City or maybe a Liverpool, aren't in a position where you can sign players specifically for the squad rather than signing players to start. You should always be going up to try and sign starters because it breeds competition. Musty said I need an experienced centre back. Obviously, just to bring back Thiago Silva for 6 months. How long is Lavia out for? I'd give my left leg for him. Yeah, Lavia's a quality player when he's fit. How long is Lavia out for?
I don't know. I don't know.
Fair enough. All right. Well, yeah. West Ham did play today. And I was. This is the thing. Like at this point, I was happy that we won, but it's just a case of it's an ongoing cycle. It's an ongoing cycle of okay, we won today, but We won today because we have better individual quality than most opponents. That we not most opponents that we come up against, but like on the day, our individual quality is more likely going to turn up than our opponents. Like Southampton don't have any. People were telling me about this 3-4-1-2, 3-4-2-1 formation that this Juric guy was going to come with and stuff like that. Even if I predict that West Ham are going to win, the opposition is shit because I never predict West Ham are going to win. Never. Never, ever. I said we were going to win today. I said we'd keep a clean sheet today. I said 2-0, don't get me wrong. Even I overestimated it. We won 1-0. Somehow scraped the win against Southampton. We got dominated in the first half. Don't get me wrong. They should have finished their chances. But as I keep mentioning, the chances they had that should have won the game were never going to come back because it's the Premier League. Once they had their chances right in front of goal and missed, I knew they weren't scoring. Listen, that Onuachu guy needed help. He needed help that game because playing next to Adam Armstrong, I would just go. If I was Onuachu, I'd just slap the shit out of him because that guy is such a bozo, man. I don't know how they've kept him for another Premier League season because the guy's just a Championship striker. Onuachu was trying his best, but he needed help. But they didn't start dribbling. But as soon as dribbling came on, they actually looked like some form of a threat.
I'm just looking at their team now.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at their team now. Oh, they actually finally played Ugly Chocolate.
That's because he fell out with Russell Martin.
Yeah, I figured that.
Yeah.
So, do you think he'll end up staying then?
Probably.
Ivan Juric. Damn.
Probably, because he only played Joe Aribo against Fulham because Ugochukwu just came back into the squad. And then when he came on, he looked better than Joe Aribo because he's better in deeper positions than Aribo is. So, I think he would probably start for the rest of the time.
Why did they rotate like that against? I mean, they got Palace next. I don't know. Why not play? Dibbling's a baller. Don't get him not playing.
I don't either. Because he got taken off against Fulham at half time. And then in this game, I wasn't surprised that he didn't start. I actually predicted he wouldn't. But I don't know why. They wouldn't start him. But you can't also keep relying on a 19-year-old or 18-year-old, however old he is, to bail you out. You've got experienced players. Adam Armstrong's meant to be an experienced player. He's not a goal scorer. The guy's dog shit. But he was just running in a circle, really. And listen, the formation was calm for them. Like they played some okay stuff, but ultimately they couldn't finish. We had 2 injuries. Fabianski got a bad head injury. Don't know how long he's going to be out for. He's definitely going to be out for Liverpool. That's all I know. And Kilman got injured, which is a blow for us because he's been decent for most of the season. So he was forced to play Todibo, even though Todibo's our best centre back by far. The guy's brilliant. The guy's brilliant. It's a shame that we're shit because he would be getting talked about as one of the better performing centre backs in the league if we were actually a decent team. And we did have a manager that was, had a big ego and just a big bozo and just in general. But this is one of them ones where it's like, because we've gone unbeaten for 4 games, it's one that's an excuse for the ownership to keep like Lopetegui in the job. He's going to be here for the rest of the season. Let's just face it, people. If anyone's got any hope of West Ham United sacking Lopetegui, drop it. Because if they were going to sack him, they would have sacked him. They would have sacked him after Leicester when he was meant to be sacked. We've drawn with Brighton. We didn't play well, but we drew. We drew at Bournemouth. We didn't play well, but we drew. And we beat Southampton. We won, but we didn't play well. 4 games in a row. 4 games in a row where we didn't lose, but we didn't play well either. But this is what this fan base will capitalize upon. So regardless of the situation, it is Lopetegui out. It is Lopetegui out. And it always will be. Always will be. There's nothing he can do for me to change my mind. Nothing. Because this guy is scraping games. Because he knows, as long as he doesn't lose, as long as West Ham are in a decent position to draw or win, he'll be fine. He'll be fine, people. Make sure to smash a like. Smash your likes and subscribe if you're new, trying to hit 1K. I said Wood had a good game. This is your fault, Mikes. It ain't my fault you lost. It ain't my fault you lost. You won, but at what cost? Exactly. This is what we've been harping on about all season, though. I told you a lot about the ongoing cycle. 6 points off fifth. Do you have hope? No, because being 6 points off fifth when it's December, that doesn't mean we're going to get fifth. Our next games are Liverpool and Manchester City. People can be like, but you're at home against Liverpool, you might win that. Man City are shit right now. Forget all of that. Forget all of that. We are not getting 6 points off those two games. We are not getting 6 points off those two games. The points tally was always going to be tight around this time. This is why I said sack the manager earlier, because if we had sacked the manager a few weeks ago when we were meant to sack the manager, and we got a new manager in, for example, you go on a run, because the points tally is not so much of a big gap in between the position you are now and the top 5, the top 6, the top 7, etc. Then you could go on a run and end up how Unai Emery did for Aston Villa and try and go on a continuous run by actually coaching. I don't know whether this team has any form of spirit. Yes, we saw an improved Nicholas Fulcrook today, but he still barely got the ball. They didn't give the ball to him. We still saw Kudus off the left today. I had to watch Edson Alvarez play football. I had to watch Thomas Souček play football. I had to watch Guido Rodriguez stink out as well. I had to watch Konstantinos Mavropanos play football as well. I'm still having to watch these bozos kicking the ball around the pitch like it's no man's business. It's still hell. It's still hell to watch. Against 20th place in the table, I don't care if you're 14th, with the quality that you have at your disposal, please, for the love of God, put these teams away. Don't sit back on a 1-0 lead. Because, guys, this is exactly what I was complaining about last year. The same thing is happening this year. The exact same thing is happening this year. I was complaining last year about having the mentality of sitting back for a draw. I was complaining last season about making defensive subs at halftime, which he made, and has having to see an Alvarez, Rodriguez, Souček midfield, which I'm fucking sick of. And also, then, when one of those midfielders does get a yellow card, then putting on an extra defender to be more cautious. I don't need to see this. I shouldn't have to see this. 8th, could you get Conference League? No, not this season. Not this season. And the thing is, I was never expecting to get it this season, but not with this manager. This manager will never ever finish above 10th with West Ham United, no matter what quality he has. He could have prime Lionel Messi and prime CR7 in the same team. He will not finish above 10th ever with West Ham. Never. He can never, because he's not good enough. There's Iriolas in the league. There's Marco Silva's in the league. Even Nuno with his team. I wouldn't take Nuno, but Nuno is better than Lopetegui. Thomas Frank, their Brentford have fallen off in terms of form. He's better than Lopetegui. These managers are all better than Lopetegui, and they will still all finish above us. Yes, we are above Manchester United right now, but they've got their own problems, and we'll come onto them in a second. Later. Same thing happened versus Bournemouth. 1 goal up and you conceded. Exactly. Because we sit back on our laurels and we've got bozos like Mavropanos that are prone to errors within the team. When you start making errors like this, when it becomes almost practice, it almost becomes practice in your craft, you're going to continue to go on form like this. Mavropanos is playing every game. The problem with Mavropanos is he will give you a good game when he comes in as the third choice and he has to see out a game, or one of your main centre-backs is suspended or injured, and he goes in for that one game, and he can play well by just doing that. But you see, week in, week out, his deficiencies come back alive. His deficiencies come back alive in the sense of, play this guy week in, week out, he's a bozo. He's not someone you can rely upon. He's a complete liability. He is just as bad. It's like having a Ged 2.0. I was complaining all season last season about Neif again, only to have Mavropanos as well. They are both dog shit. But dog shit for different reasons. Aged was weak, awful decision making, awful in the air, not good at defending, which you're a centre back. You're meant to be good at defending. Had a last ditch tackle in him, don't get me wrong, and had some recovery pace. That is it. And his overplays on the ball. Mavropanos had the ball, yeah? Paul Onuachu was just in front of him. The guy, instead of looking for space, trying to diagonally pass, or trying to pass sideways to another player, or just clearing the ball if he really had to panic, which I would have battered him for anyway, he passes to Onuachu right in front of him because he's trying to overplay on the ball. The guy thinks he's better than he actually is. He overplays. That's a problem with the nonchalant gimmick that some of these players have. Some of these players are actually decent and composed on the ball, but some of these players genuinely believe their own hype and generally think they are more composed on the ball than they actually are. That is Mavropanos. Alvarez is the same. I don't want to see these midfielders play. Now, yes, cool, January windows. I'm not even expected to do anything in January. The thing is, I don't really want this club to do anything in January. I don't want to spend any more money. I don't want to spend a single penny more under this manager. Because the recruitment is fine. The recruitment is fine at this club. It's the manager. It's the recruitment of the manager. It's not the recruitment of the players. The players are fine. I've got complaints about certain players, yes. But overall, there's more to get out of them than what we're seeing. I say this every week. But also, this manager's managing them. Why does every player look worse? Why does every player look worse? Listen, Bowen scored today. And Bowen didn't play badly. But he wasn't the Jared Bowen we all know and love. Because he's playing under Lopetegui. Wan-Bissaka, again, well done to Wan-Bissaka. Had another good performance. Needs to cross the ball more. Because he can cross a ball. Not consistently. But he's still got a cross in him. He's better crosser than people look at him for. But Todibo was great. Todibo was great. Listen, I've got nothing to complain about when it comes to Todibo. He got turned once and that was it. Other than that, he's got the great recovery pace. He's built like a brick shithouse, so you ain't getting past him. Great strength, great reading of the game, great composure on the ball. Nothing really to complain about when it comes to Todibo. Nothing. Kilman's going to be a miss. Kilman's going to be a miss because as much I'm not saying Kilman isn't like capable of making a mistake because everyone is on the football pitch, but having Mavropanos against Liverpool, it could be against Nunez up front, Diaz up front. It doesn't matter. It could be if it's Jota, when then we're deeply fucked, deeply fucked. I think you'll get a loan deal for a striker. Depending on who it is. Like the thing is, it's the kind of thing West Ham would do at this current moment in time in January. I don't really want that to happen. I don't even think we should be trying to get a loan. In my opinion, I just think just leave it how it is. Just leave it how it is. Like, leave the squad how it is. Don't spend a penny under this manager. This manager doesn't deserve any more money. I thought Kilman was your best defender after Wan-Bissaka. Yeah, in terms of consistent performances over the season, I'd still say overall as players, it's been Wan-Bissaka than Kilman for me. That hasn't changed for me. If Todibo played more, I'd probably put him second. But for some reason, unless someone is injured, this manager puts Todibo on the bench. Well, not for some reason, because they fell out. But drop your pride. Drop your ego, my friend. Because if you want to stay at this club, I would rather kick you out than Todibo. Todibo's only just joined. He's joining permanently next season. He's on a loan deal, but obligation to buy. So he's joining next season. Unless we loan him straight back out and there's an obligation to buy for another club, he's not going anywhere. Drop your pride. We are wasting a squad, and a lot of these players, regardless of whether we won today or not, are going to become even more unhappy for as long as this manager is here. Because they don't want to play under this manager. And I wouldn't want to either. You see someone like Wan-Bissaka who just gets on with it. Like, he doesn't really care about the situation or the circumstance. He'll play his football. But everyone else is kind of affected. I can see it. I can see it in everyone on the pitch. Maybe Souček as well, like, is one of them players who just gets on with it no matter the circumstance of the situation. Them two are fine in terms of that, but you can see everyone else is affected. We are using Nicholas Fulkirk as like some prime Sam Allardyce, Andy Carroll type of striker. The guy is more than just a long ball up the field and him using his physicality and aerial dual ability just to win flick-ons and headers. He is more than just that. And that's just me being real with it. That's just me being real with it. But smash a like as you're joining the stream, people. Try and get it to 10 likes by the time the stream ends. And yeah, we're gonna talk about the other Premier League games when Prime comes back as well. But yeah, listen, with West Ham, it doesn't really tell much more of the situation at this current moment in time because we're going to lose against Liverpool. We're going to lose against City. And then I think we've got Villa in the FA Cup after that. I can see us losing that because that Villa Park and Lopetegui does not get the best out of Unai Emery. I'll be very surprised if we win that. I would have loved for us to go for the FA Cup, but we ain't got a good manager. We ain't got a good manager. We ain't got the facilities to be going for cups because of this manager. The manager's a bozo. Do you think Lopetegui stays for more than a year? I actually do. I recently was talking about this like on a video that I was doing. Unfortunately, I think this is what I think is going to happen because I think his contract expires in 2026. So I think what they're going to do is they're going to assess it at the end of the season and then not sack him. Then we have to go with another season. And then they'll let him go on a free and he'll leave in 2026. That's what I genuinely think will happen, bro. And clip this if I'm wrong, but that's generally what I think because that's what they did with David Moyes. You got to think about it. This ownership does not like paying compensation to let managers go and to get managers in. Also, they didn't sack Moyes. Like people think Moyes was sacked. He wasn't even sacked. They just didn't offer him a new contract. They did the tactic of giving you the contract, then quickly withdrawing it. So they can say that they tried to offer you a contract to say that, okay, they put effort in to keep you at the club. Because that's what Sullivan is like. The moment you start doing watch-alongs and we start playing wishy-washy, Mike's curse, mate. Long may it continue. Unless you are fighting for relegation next season, he won't be sacked. Yeah, probably not. Yeah, you're probably right, mate. Because we are technically down there, but we're not completely down there. We're like 11 points off the drop. We was never going to get relegated anyway. And maintain that. But also, we're just not as bad as Ipswich. We're just not as bad as Southampton. I know Wolves won a couple of games, but we're not as bad as Wolves. We're not as bad as Leicester. We're not even as bad as Palace. I still think we're better than Crystal Palace. That's not saying much. But that's why we won't get relegated. But it's because of the individual quality that will constantly bail out the manager. But that can only get you to a certain extent. That's why we are 14th and 13th and not 6th and 7th. Because with a good coach, we'd be minimum 7th. Minimum with this squad. This squad's too special, and not in that kind of way, but too special to waste. Kudus, Bowen, Paquetá, Somerville, Fulkirk, Alvarez. If you want to say Alvarez, I don't personally. We don't have a good enough midfield, and we don't have centre back depth. Don't get me wrong. And yes, we need a goalkeeper next year, and yes, we need striker competition. But even with the deficiencies that I hold up against this team, there's a lot more to get out of it. But that's the reality of it. I don't know whether people disagree or not, but come on, man. There's a lot more to get out of that. Like, if you look at our team, that's not a shit team. That's a very good team. Our team's better than Fulham's. We've got a better squad than Fulham. We've got a better squad than Forest. We've got a better squad than Bournemouth. We should be up there. They've got more balance and structure and a better coach. They've all got better coaches. What player do you think will leave next season? Kudus, because he's got a release clause. I think Kudus will leave. I think Areola will leave. I don't know whether Fabianski will stay. I think they'll extend his contract by another year because they've done that for years. I think Areola will leave though, and I think Kudus will leave. Not sure about Paquetá. I think Fulkirk will leave, and I think Rodriguez will leave. Antonio's contract expires with the whole crash. I don't know whether he's going to stay. Aaron Cresswell's barely played this season, so I'd assume he'd go. Who else? I want to say that's it. I hope Alvarez leaves. Listen, Sufar will leave on a free as well. Vladimir Sufar's going to leave. He ain't playing. I don't know why he would stay. I don't want him to stay either. Listen, Suchek ain't leaving anytime soon. Unfortunately, he signed a new contract last year. But Alvarez, hopefully. Alvarez is the only one I really hope leaves. Well, and the ones that are going to leave on a free. Your team is equal to Newcastle. I'd say so, yeah. Even with squad, they have their individuals are more highly thought of, like Isak and Gimaresh. Overall squad, still taking West Ham squad over Newcastle's. Still taking West Ham squad over Newcastle's. They are better coached. We're not. We ain't got good coaching. We are nowhere near anywhere where we need to be. So there you go. There you go. I don't know where Prime is right now, but I did say he'll be back in 5. However, make sure to smash a like on the video. If you got any more questions about West Ham, put your questions in. Newcastle have 1 or 2 good players in certain departments. Yes, they've got good individuals. Don't get me wrong, they've got good individuals. Like, for example, Isak and Gimaresh, as I said, they're good individuals. Like Botman when fit, but we ain't even seen Botman. Like Livramento's good, Lewis Hall's good, Tonali's good. Like, but they don't have a right winger. They don't have good enough fullback depth. They don't have good enough centre back depth, and they didn't address that in the summer after chasing Mark Guehi for that long. They obviously have their keeper situation with Nick Pope and stuff, but he gets injured quite a lot for a goalkeeper. So they've still got deficiencies in their squad, if I'm being real. With it. But as I said, people, like, coming up against Liverpool next. We'll try and talk about either tomorrow or Saturday. I still don't actually have it confirmed when the stream is going to be. I've got it set up for tomorrow at 8, but because of the games tomorrow, might have to change it to 6 because we'll be joined by a guest. But also, just with the game in general, I don't think anyone thinks we're going to win that game. Even if I think we could, but don't get me wrong, we're more than capable of going 1-0 up. But doesn't really say much. You know what Liverpool are like? They'll push for it. The likes of, Gakpo and the likes of Salah, the way Gakpo is playing this season as well, that goal is becoming a trademark of his. The way he's cutting in on the left and stuff. Like, Szoboszlai may not be the greatest midfielder, but Slot is getting the best out of him. He's managing minutes well in between the likes of Szoboszlai, Jones, McAllister, Gravenberch, Endo, and all these players. Like, Trent has got a brilliant pass on him. Robertson needs to be upgraded, but he's still doing a job. Like, Joe Gomez isn't Kanate, but he's still doing a job in his absence. And Virgil van Dijk is Virgil van Dijk. Alisson's Alisson. And Kelleher did a good job when Alisson wasn't there. So there is also that as well. So we're coming up against the brilliant Liverpool side. It's not Southampton. If Liverpool had the chances Southampton did today, then we're 2-0 down. We're 2-0 down in like the first 20 minutes. In fact, we should have been 1-0 up. And then they got turned around. So there you fucking go. With that. Like, Salah has the chance that Sugawara had today. He scores. Like, Ariola's got Like Ariola's capable of like saving West Ham in games. We've seen it many times last season, and we've seen it many times in the previous years at this club. However, this is Liverpool. We need the defense to be on it as well. It's going to have to be Tadibo and Mavropanos because of the Kilman injury. So I have a feeling because Rodriguez and Souček are both suspended for that game as well, that he's going to go to 3 at the back. He might go to 3 at the back and put Cresswell in there. Or he does the stupid thing and puts Soufal in there. I have a feeling he's going to tuck and fullback into back 3 instead of playing what he should play, and that's Paquetá deeper next to Alvarez. And then just play Kudus in front or Salah in front, whatever, if Salah's fit. If he didn't hobble off. Because he got taken off at half time, but people say he limped off. So there is also that as well. But I don't know. I don't know what to expect when it comes to team selections from him. But I'm gonna have to go to the fucking game, unfortunately, because season ticket and all that. I'm not looking forward to that. Why do we have to be the later game on a Sunday as well? Like, what's it, like 5:15 on a Sunday? Oh, end the year, Dave. Honestly, end this calendar year, bro. End this calendar year. We need to get this over and done with, man. Need to get this over and done with. Look, looking at the fixtures, yeah. There's how many fixtures? There's 3 o'clock games. 2:30 is Leicester Man City. God knows who's going to win that game. God knows who's going to win. But we're the 5:15 kickoff. Why? Why are we the 5:15 kickoff? West Ham Liverpool 5:15 kickoff. I can't be bothered, man. Can't be bothered. Honestly. But speaking of Liverpool, let's speak about Liverpool's game. Let's speak about Liverpool's game whilst Prime is just getting back. For me, when I watched the Liverpool game today against Leicester, I just watched it, and it's like they're still the same in terms of when they go 1-0 down at Anfield, or when they go 1-0 down against the team there that they're meant to beat. Jordan Ayew scoring early. Great goal. He took it really well. The way he turned and then shot in the other corner. Alisson was never expecting that. But however, like, cool, Robertson should be defending better and all that. They're still never beat. And I don't think anybody expected Liverpool to, like, Leicester were never going to hold on to that 1-0 lead. They were never going to hold on to that 1-0 lead. But Liverpool rose. Like, Gakpo, as I said, that's becoming like almost a trademark goal for him. He's capable of striking a ball from those areas, cutting in on the left. He's played really well on the left. And it's like he's actually someone that Jurgen Klopp couldn't get the best out of. He couldn't get the best out of when he was there. People were talking about Gakpo like he was a bum. Like when it areas, is he better on the left? But at PSV, I'm pretty sure the guy mainly played on the left wing.
Yeah, at PSV, you did play on the left.
Yeah, I feel like under Klopp, if you play on the left, you got to be a bit more explosive. A bit more explosive.
You got to be a Mane, a Diaz.
Yeah. But we saw Gakpo again today. He just like even when Diaz had a little bit of a dip and Diaz went in the middle, he's still doing his job to an extent. Like he's just getting on with it. Like as much as they're not going to like a certain level where they're so clinical on the day, like they're still getting it done. They're still getting the job done. They fill in for each other when the other one's not on form. Like they're good. They're both basically squad players, but like Gakpo's playing really well this season. Gakpo's showing his worth. Obviously, Salah as well scored again. This guy, man, I'm running out of like words when I praise this guy because this guy just does it nearly every season. Yeah, very clinical. Just
I'm seeing Liverpool fans try and compare him and say, "Oh, he's clear of Hazard. He is
here we go again.
better than Neymar and all this talk. Better is on par with Henry." All I want to say is this: Salah is coming into his inevitable phase where he's just a brilliant goal scorer, can also create as well. Even if he has bad games, he'll still pop up with goals and assists. But when Ronaldo was doing that at Real Madrid and at Juve, people were saying that Ronaldo's a scrub and not a good footballer, and Hazard's better than him. So what now? Like, are we rating goals and assists or not rating them? Because Salah's better than Hazard, but when I say Lampard better than Gerrard, people say I'm crazy.
Why was it on Christmas Eve? I don't know, the 23rd of December and stuff like that. We had to have another Twitter storm of fucking Hazard versus Salah and Gerrard versus Lampard. Do you people not just give it a fucking rest? Liverpool and Chelsea fans online, please. For the love of
It's
God,
not
give it
Liverpool
a
and Chelsea
rest.
fans. It's just Liverpool fans. They've started this. It's just Liverpool fans.
It's always repost the fucking comps
Everyone's
between the two
obsessed
players
with
and shit.
comparing themselves with Hazard. When Hazard played in the Prem, Spurs fans wanted to say Son was better. Arsenal fans wanted to say Sanchez was better.
Yeah. I
Like,
remember the Hazard
stop
Sanchez
this.
debates. The Hazard Sanchez debates were funny.
And it's fine. If you want to say Hazard's better than Salah, you know what? I don't even necessarily per se disagree. I think Hazard's the better footballer on the eye, but Salah is just inevitable when he performs. So I respect that about Salah. But by that same logic, Lampard's better than Gerrard, and we should be able to say that, and it's okay. It shouldn't be a thing of well, no, Gerrard played in the worst team, and look what he did in the Champions League final. Well, Hazard played in the worst team at Chelsea, and look what he was able to do to win us trophies.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that's what
like,
I've always said Hazard and Gerrard are better.
Hazard's been in the Prem was only in the Prem for about 7 years. He won 2 titles, 2 European trophies, an FA Cup, a Carabao. Salah's been in the Prem now his 8th season. And let's not even talk about when he was at Chelsea and he stunk as well. Like, I respect Hazard. I respect Salah. Let's not try and pit players against each other. So we have to
Comparisons are
disrespect
Ethan
one or pop another. It's so weird. It's so weird. And you're right, it is, but like it's just what Liverpool fans are doing, which is all well and good. But remember, you guys have done this in the past. Like, remember last season when they were meant to win the quad?
Yeah.
Remember
They're
2 seasons
always
ago?
going to win the quad. Yeah.
Remember 2 seasons ago when they were supposed to win the quad and they ended up doing the domestic double that they gassed up? Like was a big thing. When they beat Mason Mount and Kai Havertz in the Carabao and FA Cup final. Remember? But
See
again,
penalty shootouts.
remember they were clear on top. They were supposed to win the league. They bottled it, but no one speaks about that. We all laugh at Arsenal when they bottled the league, but we don't talk about Liverpool's bottle jobs under Klopp. So this year, Liverpool fans want to say Chelsea are in a title race, so that when they bottle it, laughing at Chelsea is what everyone else will focus on. It's cool. Just make sure you guys win this title. Whatever happens with Chelsea happens with Chelsea. I don't care. Make sure you guys win this title, man. Because you're supposed to. You've got the best player in the world in Salah, the best centre back we've seen in the Prem, Van Dijk. You've got the best goalkeeper we've seen in Alisson. You've got the right back that's revolutionised the game in Trent. Make sure you win this title. You've got the best DM in the league, Gravenberch. Win this title. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't just win it because I don't want to hear the excuses if you guys don't.
Do you think they will win it?
They have to.
But do you think they will?
I don't know. They have to. You're calling their only challengers is a Chelsea side that's not done it before, and Arsenal, who are Arsenal. My only thing is, people should stop writing off Arsenal because what you're going to let them do now is just go under the radar and sneak back in, which they've already done. They win tomorrow. They're above Chelsea. And I think they're 6 points away from Liverpool. Or maybe it's 7. I'll check the points.
I think it's 6, but Liverpool have a game in hand.
Yeah. But that game in hand is against Everton. And as we've seen for the past 3 weeks now,
yeah,
Everton can take points from the big sides.
I know Arsenal. This is the thing with Arsenal, yeah. I wrote them off because, like, not wrote them off in terms of like points total and stuff like that. The fact that it's more for the fact I didn't write them off for being in a race. I wrote them off for they're not going to win it for me. They're too capable of losing against teams they're meant to beat. They do it too many times compared to.
I agree. Which is why I've said they'll be back in the race and not win. However, but everyone else has written them off because every people think because you're in a title race that means you're winning the league. No, but what people have done is say Arsenal are not going to do it because everyone wants to banter Arsenal. They've been too quick to banter Arsenal. I haven't. And what you're going to allow Arsenal to do is, without any pressure, Because all the pressure's on Liverpool to win. You could even say there's pressure on Chelsea because we're second and we're not that far away, or at least until now, anyway. There's no pressure on Arsenal. You're going to let them skate back in, and then all of a sudden we're going to look at it and be like, oh, Arsenal are actually a few points away from Liverpool now. It's actually a tighter race. They're actually back. You're going to let them get back in with no pressure. I don't like that. I don't like that. Everyone's tried to focus on Chelsea for the past 2 months and not look at Liverpool, not look at Arsenal. I don't like that because we're not supposed to be here.
Yeah. To be honest, I've actually seen more discourse about Chelsea than Arsenal, like, over the past few months. Like, it for me is like, I mean, I wrote them off, like, in terms of like winning the league. That whole Bournemouth Newcastle saga, they went on that run before. I think it was probably the last international break or whatever it was. But it's just in terms of they do this too much, where you come up against any sort of organised defence, the Evertons, the Fulhams, the Newcastles, even I don't care if they had 10 men against Bournemouth. It's still Bournemouth. And this is what happens to them. This is what happens to them. They falter out the teams they're meant to beat. Against Ipswich, this is one of the most disorganised defences there is. They're going to batter them. Like, cool, whatever. But there's going to be... It's not even the big games where you look at Arsenal and it's like, oh, they won't rise. Because they have more space in the big games. They actually play football in the big games because they have the space. But they don't... It's like they don't want to take a risk against the counter-attacking teams. Just Erdogan and Saka and hope. Speaking of Saka's injured now, so we'll see how, they rely without a right-hand side and a left-hand side because they don't have a left-hand side. We've seen that throughout the whole season with Trossard and Martinelli just stinking it out. But that's them as well. With teams in the top half of the league, if we're going to say Chelsea's in the title race, Nottingham Forest beat Tottenham today. They went third. Nuno Espirito Santo's Nottingham Forest, the former Tottenham manager, beat Tottenham Hotspur. How many times have we discussed Tottenham Prem Land? We just talk about Spurs being Spursy. It's another case of it today. Like, I think it's 8 losses in 16 or something. I think I saw today. I could be wrong, but I think that was the stat that I saw today.
So Spurs got rid of Jose. He got Roma to back-to-back finals, won one of them, got robbed in the other. They got rid of Conte. He is now in a title race with Napoli, and he will win the league either this season or next season. Yep. They got rid of Nuno. I think he won the title in the Saudi league, and now he has Forest potentially in a title race, which is bizarre. And more than likely, they'll finish 4th or 5th.
Mm-hmm.
And now you have a manager that wants to win a trophy. He always wins in the second season, and if he doesn't, you'll get rid of him, and he'll win somewhere else.
Look at this, yeah. Not only is Forest third, and 8 points behind Liverpool. Look at Tottenham. They're on the same points as West Ham. Ange Postecoglou is on the same points as Julian Lopetegui.
Wait, what?
Look at that, bro.
Oh my God. You see, this is why I'm sick of this. Because of the big teams underperforming in the league, and I'll put Chelsea in it for the past few seasons. Because of these big teams underperforming in the league, allows, no offense, Mike, allows the smaller teams to keep their managers because they think they're doing well. The reason why Lopetegui's still at West Ham is because, well, we're above Man United and we're on par with Spurs, so we're having a great season. No, you're not. You're failing.
No, we're not. Facts.
But because the big teams are failing as well, it makes your thing look even better. Like Chelsea this season. We're doing what we're supposed to be doing. But because Arsenal are back in it now, but because Arsenal and now City have massively underperformed, we look like we're in the title race.
This league is wishy-washy, Prem. This league is wishy-washy. Look at Newcastle. Newcastle are fucking 5th. Newcastle. Like, when we discussed Newcastle this season, it hasn't been many positives.
Bro, Steve has been crying about Newcastle all season.
Facts.
Bro, I think at one point he told me they were 8th or 9th or something, and now they're 5th.
They were. Yep. This league is wishy-washy. We are 6 points off 5th. 6 points off 6th. We are 5 points away from Manchester City. It won't last because we've got Liverpool and Manchester City next. But this league is wishy-washy. This is why I said sack the manager and go on a run with a new manager so we can be up there with the likes of Bournemouth. We should be where Bournemouth is right now. That's where we should be with the squad that we have. Again, another missed opportunity. But we're on the same points as Tottenham right now. We've actually lost less games than them, funny enough. They've lost 2 more games than us. Do you reckon Ange's actually going to get sacked? It's a Levy move.
No. I think Andrew will see out the season. I think Andrew will leave by the end of the season.
Which is out of
But
frustration.
then again, it depends because so long as they're still in the domestic cups or they're still in the cups in general, there's no reason to let them go. But the way they are in their Europa League group, which from what I've known, from what Spurs fans have said, they're doing horrible. Spurs, they're fucking 11th in the league. Their Europa League group, they're 9th.
Yep.
They're 11 points on par with Rangers, who are 8th. They are a point away from Man United and Galatasaray, who are 6th and 7th. However, there's 2 games left, I'm pretty sure. And there's 2 games left of the Conference League, and they play Hoffenheim and Elfsborg.
They won't beat both of them. They'll find a way to draw to at least one of them.
Hoffenheim are 26th in the Europa League. And Elfsborg are 24th in the playoff spot. So they both have to. Hoffenheim are 6th, a point away from Elfsborg in the playoff spot. So yeah, they both need to win at least one of their next 2 games. Wow. Yeah, Spurs. No way they don't make it out of this Europa League group stage. No way. No way. They have to.
They have to. They must.
Yeah, but with Ange and Spurs, I think because they're in the semi-final, I think if he gets knocked out against Liverpool,
when
of this Carabao Cup semi-final, if he gets knocked out against Liverpool and he gets knocked out against in the Europa League thing, he doesn't make it out of the group table. It could very well be. But then again, what do? You sack him. We know what Levy will do. He'll give it to what's his name till the end of the season. Yeah,
again,
the same cycle. It's the same cycle.
The third time Ryan Mason could be back in a dugout. He's not even 40.
And as much as Ange does need to fix up on things and whatever, he's not perfect, but they're not going to get better than Ange.
They're not. I get it, it's suicidal, but what manager is going to solve this? Look at their squad. Their squad's stuck. Their squad genuinely sucks.
Yeah, it's not even like West Ham where you can say, you know what, there's actually a good squad.
Yeah, we have a better squad than them by far.
At least West Ham have a good squad, so at least what you're saying is justifiable. But Spurs, you actually have a good manager. The squad is not good. You should be backing him more. But listen, just wait until he gets sacked and then let West Ham go sign Ange.
Well, I fucking wish. Big up to Ryan. Chelsea is still in this title race.
Shut up, Ryan. The guy tried messaging me, we're still in this title race. And then he messaged me a couple of days ago. I was emotional about Arne Slot. He's actually a quality manager. Shut up, man.
Listen, Ryan messaged me saying this league is Arsenal's when Arsenal beat West Ham. He then messaged me after Arsenal drew Everton and Fulham saying this league is Chelsea's. And then last week he messaged me saying, okay, I think we'll win the league now. So that's Ryan for you, but big up to Ryan. Someone who's below West Ham, Manchester United.
Oh my god.
They are
Man.
they're below us by a point. Ruben Amorim is below Julian Lopetegui, which is quite funny. It won't last, but it's quite funny. One win in the last 5 in the league. Getting hit by every team on set pieces. Arsenal did it. Wolves did it. Even Tottenham. Tottenham did it in the cup. Nottingham Forest did it. Every team has ran through Man United. Every team. What the fuck is going on?
They've ran through Man United like hot through piss, bro.
Bro, it's Lily Phillips sentence. Legitimately. Everyone's taking turns. Bruno Fernandes is getting 3 red cards a season.
He had 3 already.
Yeah, he got one in the Europa League. He got one against Tottenham, but he's got one against Wolves. Obviously, the Tottenham one got rescinded. But by the way, this is against 10 men Wolves. These stats, by the way, if people would like stats, I don't really look at stats. I was just curious. 7 shots compared to 11, 4 on target, 51% to 49%, pass accuracy, all of that nonsense. And listen, you had 4 corners each. And Bruno Fernandes, your captain, got sent off. This is a captain of a football club.
How long is he missing?
Just 1 game because it was second yellow.
Oh wow! I thought it was 3. I thought he was trying to duck Anfield
again, like he did last time.
They play a game before they go to Anfield, but I thought it was 3.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh
yeah, you miss a Newcastle at home.
He'll be fresh and fit for Anfield then. No excuses.
Mm-hmm. We know he's going to pull off a stinker, bruv. We know it's going to be a biblical stinker. Biblical. That I can't see anything else but Man United lost on that, bruv. I'm struggling to get my head around if they beat Newcastle or not at home. Not sure on that one. Newcastle don't have a great record at Old Trafford. Newcastle don't have a great record at Old Trafford, but I'm struggling to think if Man United will genuinely beat Newcastle on Monday because the way they're playing right now, and they're losing to everyone, man. They lost to Forest at home, so I don't see why Newcastle can't get a result there.
Maybe.
Like, it comes to a point now where all we're talking about with Manchester United is Marcus Rashford. What I'm seeing Fabrizio Romano tweet at least 20 times a day about what Amorim said about Marcus Rashford. It's again like, give it a fucking rest. We don't need to know. We don't need to know every fucking day about whether Marcus Rashford's still in Amorim's plans or not. We do not care. Respectfully, we do not care. So now it's on the Garnachos and the Bruno Fernandeses and the Diallos and these players to turn up in his absence, and none of them are turning up. Cool, Diallo did turn up against Manchester City. He's a good player. But you need to get rid of these stinkers of players that have been stinking out year in, year out. The Garnachos, the Brunos. When does it come to a point where Bruno Fernandes gets dropped? Is this guy undroppable? Like, I don't understand. He never gets dropped under any manager.
You can't. The only way that I said this about Havertz and Mount at Chelsea and Gallagher. The only way you drop these guys is by selling them. They have to go.
I don't care how he keeps getting away with it though. It's been like the fourth manager or whatever, third manager.
Because people think they can be saved. People think, well, it's not his fault, guys. It's the players we surround them with. Where would we be without him, guys? Oh! He turned up in the Champions League final, guys. He turned up in the FA Cup for us, guys. He's won us trophies, guys. He scored how many goals, guys? No, he's not good. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what I say about Bruno. Like, where would we be without Bruno? Like, where are you with him, bruv?
People said that about Havertz and Mount. Where would we be without them? We're in a title race potentially without them. And Mount can't stay fit. Mount's more injury prone than Reece James, and you have Havertz who, well, Havertz is Havertz.
Yeah.
It could be Omar fraud. Oh, little sidetrack. Omar's been going around calling me a fraud and blaming me for what happened. Like it was
What
my
happened?
fault.
Oh,
What happened on his stream? Yeah, because that was my fault, by the way. Apparently, I warned him not to. We both did. We both warned him about Spurs that it would be a draw. About it wouldn't be a draw. We beat them. He still decided to go for it. We warned him. He didn't listen. The next stream, he apologized. We both cooked Spurs for about 10 minutes collectively, and then he chose to invite people on the stream. He got triggered. You guys made fun of him, and then you and Zier started taking pictures of him and putting it as your Avi, and he wants to blame me. It's okay, Omar. It's not good to lie, Omar. It's not good to lie, but it's fine. Blame me.
I'm so glad I have the profile pictures straight for the background straight away. Because man said I'm out here straight away. Shout out to yourself, Omar. I saw the new profile pic. You didn't acknowledge my tweet about it should have been a Tottenham badge. You didn't acknowledge that. I noticed that. You already disowning them just because they're 11th. I hear you. Just because they're on the same points as Lopetegui. I hear you, man. I hear you.
Same points as Lopetegui. Have some shame, man.
Nah, man. You got to back the team, man. You got to back the team, mate. Man. But it's so funny about social media, yeah. Like, it's so funny about social media. We're talking about like Chelsea fans from Maresca. I'm already seeing stuff about Amarim and Manchester United fans.
Yeah. Which makes sense because he's not necessarily getting results. And I'm not even saying it's all his fault per se, but actually, I have something. Let me find that tweet. I want to bring up because RSM mentioned this like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. Mentioned this time ago. Found it funny. And now I'm seeing other United fans speak on this now. So, what the fuck is it? Oh, yeah. Let me bring up the tweet. First of all, Man United 2024-25, does it remind you of anyone?
I saw it about Chelsea under par that season.
Yeah. Do you agree?
To an extent, I think it's worse. I think it's worse because they don't have their owners.
Interesting. Let's actually go through it. Can you bring it up? Thank you. Chelsea, shout out Liaz.
Shout out Liaz as always.
In content creator. Check him out. Chelsea 2022-23. I understand it now. We're in our Chelsea 2022-23 season without Chelsea owners. We don't have Saudi League ready to come collect 8 players off of us. We don't. Which, by the way, it wasn't 8 players from Chelsea. Liverpool sold more players to Saudi than we did. But whatever, we'll excuse that. We don't have a Man United or an Arsenal there to pay 100+ mil for our biggest earners, which is true. We sold them Havertz and Mount.
They are the Man United.
I mean, Arsenal are stupid enough to get Rashford. Fair enough. But
yeah.
Who's going to take Garnacho and Bruno?
No one. Literally no one.
Yeah.
Not even we're stupid enough to take them.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful times, man. We don't have we are in deep, deep trouble, man. Hard to see a light at the end of this tunnel. I read this week they're £330 million in debt. What? But transfer also clubs. Oh yeah, because of the whole you know how you can pay transfer fees in what is it called? Installments? Yeah. We still owe money for players we need to get rid of. God, we're cooked. It's not looking good, bruv.
It's not. It's not at all.
I love it. I love that because RSM mentioned this about
Mm,
how, and even Joey, he'd been talking about how Man United, they're going to have to do what we did to get rid of players, but they can't do what we did because they don't have any big sellable assets to have.
yep.
Like,
Yeah.
we were lucky. People coming in for Havertz and Mount, we're lucky that Man United and Arsenal are stupid enough to do that. Because
Yeah.
I was thinking that 2 summers ago, I was genuinely thinking, I don't know how we get rid of them both.
Mm.
At least for money. I genuinely thought they'd be here. And the fact that Arsenal came in and Arsenal wanted Mount first before Havertz. Oh my
Mm.
god. Bro, I did a stream at Flawless when they were linked with Mount. Honestly, bro, I laughed for 10 minutes when they asked me that question. I laughed. I didn't think it's possible, man. We
Oh, I
we
remember the back
spoke.
again episode, bro, for when Lewis
Yeah,
went on it like Havertz, here we go, bro. He was at the time of his life. Oh
bro.
my
And you know
god.
what's funny? For a few weeks before that, we were speaking MM7 into existence. We didn't think that would happen, bro.
I thought Liverpool would get Mount.
Yeah, because that actually would have been a good transfer to me. Well, maybe not now because of the injuries, but like at the time, that would have been a good transfer because he would have suited what Klopp wanted. But
Yeah.
he went for the money, and
There you go, bro.
bro, it's crazy. It's crazy. I love
uh
it. They can't do what we did. They can't
no.
like flog a whole squad because we bought Koulibaly our first transfer window with this ownership, and we sold him a year later. Like they can't do what we did.
Yeah, they're never going to do that. They're never going to be that ruthless. Never. Like they're gonna keep like even like a Hoyland is gonna be here for a few years and his stock is gonna go down. Like
Yeah, they can't,
even
but they
players like
can't
that.
afford to be that ruthless either.
No, they
They
can't.
have, they don't, they can't make the money back to be that ruthless.
No, they can't. Like I don't know who would even go in. Like their agents have got to do overtime, even if they was up for sale. Like you got to understand as well, yeah. Maybe like in a sense that oh they're gonna be ruthless because Rashford is on sale and stuff like that. But they gave Bruno a new contract like 2 months ago. He's not going anywhere. He's staying there for at least 2 years. Another
Wait,
2 years.
Did Ten Hag get a new deal?
You got a 1 year extension, I think.
Was that more money or just the year extension?
I think it was just a year extension. I'm not too
Oh,
sure. But
okay. Because I was thinking they signed a new deal just to sack it, and that was crazy.
yeah, I think it was just I just saw a year extension. Where's Prime's not so secret Bozo Myra? Oh, you're talking about Melon. Yeah, different
Oh,
show. Different show.
oh, Melon. Don't let me talk about Melon, bro. He still weirds me out for what he said. But regardless,
Prime hasn't recovered. To be fair, Melon hasn't recovered either.
no one cares about how he feels, man. I'm the victim.
You was emotionally harmed. He physically harmed himself.
Good. He deserves it. Bro, I still
Fuck's
can't
sake.
sleep. I still can't sleep at night, bro. But anyways,
Fuck.
yeah, Man United are just like this. What's going on at Man United is not getting as much coverage as when it
It's
was
not.
Chelsea. Because I find it weird. Rivals were saying Chelsea weren't getting enough coverage, but we were the talking point of football news like every single second. Every
You
little
know what's
thing we
funny?
did was talked about and blown out of proportion, which fair
Mm.
enough. I don't even blame them for doing that. But now it's Man United. No one's talking about the fact of they tried to get Dan Ashworth from Newcastle. They overpaid in doing it. They almost didn't get him. They got him, and now they've sacked him a few months later. No one's spoken on the fact of they wanted to sack Ten Hag. They took a 2-week meeting just to end up keeping him, giving him an extension, just to then start the season, just to back him with money, start the season poorly.
Yeah.
And then there was an international break, didn't sack him. A second international break, didn't sack him. A third international break, didn't sack him. And then a week later, there was supposed to be a big meeting, which took 2 days. They had the big meeting, didn't sack him, and then they sacked him a week after that. That's a mess. That's worse than what Chelsea did with Tuchel.
It's way worse. Way worse. Like
We sacked Tuchel after a transfer window. They sacked Ten Hag like after numerous chances when they were supposed to. No one's speaking about what's going on at Man United. No one. The media's not speaking about it.
Just mad. Everyone, like, it should always be talked about when a Big Six team, well, apart from Tottenham, because Tottenham are different, like they're not as big as the other five. But when a Big Six team is underperforming like this, it should always be talked about. Yeah, I genuinely think when a Big Six team is underperforming for this long, though, it becomes too normalized. Where instead of actually having some decent discourse about this and some new talking points, it just becomes the same talking points that we've been saying for this prolonged amount of time. Like with Manchester United, we've been talking about the same thing for about 10 years. They've got new owners. There's a lot of hype around Ineos and stuff. But that whole not Amarim, Ashworth saga that we just talked about, yeah, does not scream to me serious owners. Cool, kicking Rashford out would be a start, but you gave Bruno Fernandes a contract 2 years ago. Yes, cool, pinning Amad Diallo down to a contract would be a start. But you've got a lot of players there, even the signings of last year. Cool, they're not your signings. But there's a lot to be recovered that is just a quick fix. It's not going to be a quick fix. Luke Shaw is still at Manchester United. It is nearly 2025. Marcus Rashford is going to be at Manchester United, technically a Man United player in 2025. These players are still here from Van Gaal and some of them lot, but also some of the recruitment over the years has been terrible even in recent years anyway. Now, I rate Amarim as a manager, but I saw listen. I rate Saeed, of course. I don't know why but I don't get every Man United fan doing walks and doing speeches when Amorim was coming in saying this is a new era. Do you guys never learn? Do you guys never learn? Like just in general, as a general fan, because Saeed isn't a problem. I'm just making an example. Like this Man United fan base needs to learn that not everything's a quick fix, and it never has been. It's been. Next year is going to be 12 years since you last won the league, and you're getting to that stage where you've become the new Arsenal, but you could potentially become worse. You could potentially become in a worse rut than what Arsenal went through after their last league title themselves. And to be honest, despite Chelsea struggling over the years, Chelsea have never struggled this much.
And this is what Man United fans do, though, because it was only back in the summer people were saying that Man United's project is better than Chelsea's, and what United are doing, we can actually see it, and Chelsea are still a mess.
Mm.
We start the season, and all of a sudden we see what's what. Everyone's talking about how bad, the Ineos are, and are they actually like the Glazers? They're worse than the Glazers. They're in bed with the devil. A day later, they sack Ten Hag, they appoint Amorim, and all of a sudden they're the best. And all of a sudden we can see Man United's future and how they'll win a title in a few years. They beat City. All of a sudden they're, with a few signings, we can challenge next season.
Mm.
Now they've lost, 3 games on the bounce now, and all of a sudden now it's head loss, and now we actually have a bad squad. Now you have a bad squad. But when we've been saying this, when I said last year and even this year that Ten Hag is not the big problem here, you can get rid of him, but this squad is very bad, and your club, we joke about Old Trafford falling down and it's a mess, and you have holes in the ceiling, and you have mice everywhere. But that's a reflection of Man United as a club.
Yeah.
By the way, your stadium is a reflection of your club.
Yep. Like press conferences can't be getting stopped in the middle because the roof is leaking. That's a terrible institution. But shout out to Charlie as always. I like Saeed, but I'll be real. If he was a West Ham fan, I wouldn't be a fan. We have Lawless who's similar, and I hate that bust.
Wait,
shout
what's
out
wrong
to
with
Lawless. Charlie's never liked Lawless. Listen, I'm cool with Lawless. I like Lawless, but to be fair, I don't really watch everyone's takes, so it depends on what the takes that Charlie has said. What Lawless has said that Charlie doesn't like. To be fair, I don't watch anyone, so I don't know really. I think there's worse fans. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to mention any names, but there's definitely worse fans than him. But to be fair, as of recent, I don't really know what has been said. I've had a couple of talks on Twitter with Lawless just on a couple of his tweets. So seem to be on the same common ground recently. But I understand Maybe it's because like on Dan Potts' channel, you have to kind of put your chest out because everyone's mocking West Ham. So, I'll be real with you, yeah. Lawless is kind of what every West Ham fan is in real life, where you're around a lot of people that support bigger clubs than you. You're getting mocked. You're getting mocked because you are a West Ham fan. So you kind of got to put your chest out there to back yourself up, to back your club up. But it's kind of for the sake of it. But it never really works out because it always falls flat on your face. Because at the end of the day, you're talking chest as a West Ham fan. That's something I don't do. I'll be real. That's something I've never done.
Yes.
Yeah, he's got chest. That's because he's in like heated debate shows and stuff as well, like with on Dan Potts' channel. I don't watch them. I haven't watched as of recently because there's certain people I just can't watch on YouTube. Not Lawless, but there's certain people on these kind of shows I just can't watch. But I understand it. I understand it. I'm not naming any names. I'm not getting caught myself in this. I just can't be bothered. Can't be bothered. My take is this: we ain't in the bottom three anymore. Big up, Mikey. Oh, yeah, shout out to yourself, man. Obviously, you guys beat Man United, so you must be happy with back-to-back clean sheets, back-to-back wins, and stuff as well. We was going to finish top 4 according to him. Bozo pulled.
Oh,
you got caught up in the hype, man. You got caught up in the hype.
Speaking of hype and being caught up,
Yeah,
it's a true Man United have conceded direct like 2 Olympicos in a week.
you say 2 Olympicos?
Yeah, you know what that is?
No.
Scoring direct from a corner.
Yeah, it's been a week because
With 2 different goalkeepers.
Yeah, because it was last Thursday. They faced Tottenham in the cup,
Oh.
and they conceded directly from a corner and 2 different keepers. It's not a keeper thing. They are both shit. Don't get me wrong, but it's a set piece coach thing as well because they conceded against Forest, they conceded against Arsenal. There was all set pieces.
They've conceded 18 goals from set pieces in the league.
It's crazy. It's
How
crazy.
many goals have they conceded in general, actually, in the league?
In the league, goals against 24.
Oh my god!
Wait, is that 18 set pieces in the Prem?
Yes.
So that's only 6 outfield goals that they've conceded. What the fuck?
Oh my god, it's beautiful.
So they've conceded 24 goals all season, and 18 of those have been set pieces. I've not seen a record like that in a while.
That doesn't seem possible. I don't know if that can't be real.
Bro.
Oh my god. Fans said overhyped load of shit. Overhyped load of shit. Just like a BBL, just for show. Nothing underneath no substance.
BBL United is crazy.
BBL United.
They're the Drake of football.
BBL United is crazy.
They're the Drake of football. I just clocked this. You're
Why?
big in terms of numbers, but you've had such a big fall from grace over the years. And you're allegedly predators inside your camp. Man United or OVO?
Who's the predator?
Well, he left, but yeah.
Oh, because if that's the case, then you can apply that to Arsenal. And hey, the lyric makes sense as well. Hey, Party's got a weird case. Why is he around?
Why is he around?
Lyric makes sense. Oh.
The Drizzy of football. That makes so much sense. That makes so much sense. They're horrendous. The fans will be rim job out soon.
You've got a quality manager as well. Matt, don't do what we did, because as much as Potter wasn't the guy, and I never wanted him, we scapegoated him a lot because of how bad that squad was. People didn't realize it, how bad that squad was, and he got scapegoated.
Yeah.
Scapegoated.
Yeah.
They're gonna do the same with a better manager. It's crazy.
Yeah, because I know, Charlie, I know you don't like Amarim. I know you don't think he's all that, but like for me, I rate the guy, but it's very hard to judge a manager of his caliber with these players right now. Because if we're seeing it back to back, even with a complete upgrade on what Ten Hag was, I'm looking at like players like Bruno Fernandes mainly. I'm looking at obviously the Rashfords when he was playing, the Garnachos and stuff as well. What have you seen?
No, I just had to pass his Twitter. It's very Man United, man. The gift that keeps on giving. I love it.
Man. Like, I don't know when I'm gonna have time to do the fan meltdown reaction stream, but that'll probably be tomorrow. But I don't know when, because we've got 2 streams tomorrow. I think I've played too many five back rats on FIFA. I view him the same time. So that's why, Charlie. That's why there's always a reason behind one of your opinions that I just don't know about. Like, I never knew, but like your hate for Forest was because of your family, like those weeks ago. But I hear you now. I hear you.
Forest because of his family.
Yeah. His family support Forest.
Oh wow, that is.
Yeah.
Wait, his
Charlie's
Forest, his family. Why are you a West Ham fan, and your family supports Forest?
I think it might be 2 sides to the family. I'm not too sure.
Okay.
Forest had to be supporting Spurs today. Like, he fully hates Forest. Like, he was supporting Spurs against Forest. Did you see Deji spitting bars? He fully lost it. I didn't see it.
Bro,
But I can't.
Deji's crazy, man.
I can't lie. I don't know the guy yet, but he's very entertaining. I can't. The fact that Tottenham fans that talk with chest deserve this. Like, I'm here for it, man. They grew up in Nottingham and moved to London before I was born. Fair. So, unlucky, bro. Unlucky, man. Alright. I'm gonna end it there, people. But it's been a great show. It's been a brilliant show. And yeah, Prime, where can I go and check you out?
Yeah, actually, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, Latimus Prime. I posted a TikTok reel a couple of days ago, which is funny. Check it out. Flawless thinks Man United can finish top 6, and he has these Man United players are fucking up because he has a PS5 and 100 grand on the line. So they better start winning points soon. I bet Flawless regrets, bro. Flawless doesn't realize how bad this is going to get, because there were Chelsea fans and we were halfway through 22, 23 saying that, but we can still get top 4 guys.
Yeah. Hey, listen, there are West Ham fans that still think we're in a European bout just because we're 6 points behind Bournemouth.
They better. I just saw this corner again. Sorry. It's a good corner by Cunha.
It's happened twice now, though. It seems like targeted. We're on a title charge.
Nah, he meant that because he's not aiming at anyone. He meant that.
Yeah, he did mean that. But apparently he practices. He said it apparently in an interview. He practices corners in training.
So he meant that.
Yeah, he did.
Because that is a fucking hell, man. Man United shit. They actually are shit. They're
so shit. They lost to us in the season. I can't believe it, man. If we win at Old Trafford, oh my god! If we win at Old Trafford for the first time in the 80s.
He's not won at Old Trafford. All these bad managers, he's not won at Old Trafford.
Yes, because we're West Ham, bro.
Yeah, but you've had Payet. He was surely could have got you guys a win at Old Trafford.
We were close. We drew that season. Bro.
I mean, I'm saying win at Old Trafford as if Chelsea can do it. I know we can't win at Old Trafford.
We haven't won since I was 3 years old and Tevez got out of the Great Escape or whatever it was, bro. Forget that. But listen, people, got a couple streams tomorrow. Don't know what times they're going to be yet, and I've got to hit up Alfie and Melon to see if they're free for the pod tomorrow. But listen, yeah, Liverpool match preview should be tomorrow as well. Obviously, there's games on tomorrow as well, which I completely forgot about. So I've got to arrange a few things. But follow me at GVO Mikes on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok as well. I'm trying to upload on TikTok every day, just to get the followers up. I don't, and it's just that's where people say I look like these random people and even players of West Ham United. But
Wait,
we're trying to hit one.
Is there other players you're supposed to look like?
Someone said I look like Evan Nilsson when I did the Bournemouth preview. I don't look like Evan Nilsson. It's just TikTok being fucking stupid. I don't look like Evan Nilsson. Someone said
no.
I don't look like Fabianski, Charlie. Also, we went through this. No, I don't look like Evan Nilsson, bro.
Wait, hold on, stop. Nah, Fabian makes more sense.
Okay, all right, fine. Let me just quickly before we go. Yeah, last one. Yeah, and this one isn't a football lookalike. Hold on. I got compared to. Have you ever seen the show The Chase? You know, the game show.
I think so.
Okay, so there's a guy called Paul Sinner, who's the Asian guy. People say I look like him. Let me give it a sec. Here, see on screen. I don't look like him. This is a monstrosity.
Wait, hold on. Make that same face.
Nah, what do you mean?
No. Make that same face.
Nah, you're taking a fucking face. No, I don't know how to make that face, bruv. That's a fucking screenshot of him talking.
No, but he goes like, ooh.
No, I'm not making that face. Just how about a face of him smiling, just like that? Yeah.
No, okay. Do you have a trophy or a medal in your room? Do you have a trophy in your room?
Yes, I do. Hold on. Why?
Okay. Okay.
What this one?
Fuck, he knows. Okay, what you're gonna do is take. Yeah. Hold it like that. Yeah, hold it. Yeah, you do.
I know, fuck off, man.
You look like that guy. I don't think that's the same person you do.
I don't look like this guy. These lookalikes are getting fucking ridiculous. Bruv. Oh no, I'm not even getting into it, bruv. No. I'm just gonna call Racismo in the last one. But anyway, people are gonna be hopefully live or uploading every day. And yeah, road to 1K. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care and peace.